Okay, good day everyone. It's Saucy here. So I really want to jump quickly on this what is really happening currently on NASDAQ, and really want to explain a potential trade I could have taken yesterday. But because I wasn't on the charts at all, like I wasn't really on the charts yesterday, so it was a trade I missed, and my expectation going forward for the week for NASDAQ. Before we continue, happy new month, everyone. I hope this last month of the year, it's a month of reflection where everyone has to, reflect, see what you've been doing for the whole year and how, how you can make 2026 a better year, a better version and in everything, mindset, body, trading and everything. So yeah, I hope you guys, use the remaining 4 weeks of the month to reflect on it. Also, last week in the Telegram, which I'm gonna drop the link in the description, I did a 50% of my mentorship and guidance, you know. But it's been closed. I should have really, really made a video about it on YouTube or, for those that are following me on YouTube, but I don't know because I have really been busy with loads of stuff, which that's one of the things I was not even able to look at the chart at all yesterday. So in that case, it is what it is. Apologies for that. So let's quickly jump into. I just want this to be short and quick. Just really want to explain the trade I could have taken yesterday, which I didn't take because I was not on the charts, and also explain my further analysis on what I'm on, my what I'm expecting on Nasdaq possibly for the rest of the week and other instruments that I trade. So this is Nasdaq. Let's start from the daily. I really don't want to just put you guys what's on. So you can see Nasdaq has been bullish, right? But recently, the recent price action has been bearish. And remember, if you watch the last video, I don't think I posted that video on YouTube. Yeah, I think it was on the free Telegram where price was exactly at this level, right? And I explained I was expecting price, to put in a new high. Like after we rated this low, I was expecting price to what put in a new high. So I don't know if I posted it on YouTube, yeah, but yeah, I talked about it and you could see price we are damn close. After at least we are almost 50% of the range, more than self close. So on daily, you could see that we are clearly bullish overall on us, always hitting all-time highs. And recently, we've going to take this daily swing structure low as sweep. So it's more of like, a lot of people will see this as a break of structure and want to start shutting from every area of supply. But I was saying this as, structural liquidity because every time NASDAQ, takes a structural liquidity continues upward, the same thing happened here, continue bullish. So we had price taking this structural liquidity low on the daily time frame, and you could see we had we've been buying to the upside. So yeah, let's go to 4 hour. Let's see. The 4 hour is a very, very sweet spot for us to understand structure correctly, right? So as you can see, we have the swing high, we have our swing low on 4 hour. Let me get this too, right? We have our swing low on the 4 hour, right? And we put in a new swing high right here. Right now, after a break of structure, we expect a pullback. So how do we anticipate the pullback? We have a change of character to the downside, right? So we had a change of character, and since then we've been forming a bearish order flow to the downside. And this was our target, right? So price came lower, took out the swing low. So which is like, okay, swing structurally we are bearish, but because I am seeing this low as a liquidity level for price that price needs to take and gives us further momentum for price to continue bullish. So this structurally we are bearish, but I am seeing price reading this high. And this is where structure sometimes, if you are not careful, right, if you did not add liquidity to how you trade structure, you can get you can get on the wrong side a lot of time, like most times. Now, the thing is, when you see this, if you are trading structure, you really know how to trade structure properly. You understand this is a swing low, this is a swing high, and we have created a new swing low, meaning we have break structure. We are now bearish. But if you understand this low, there are a lot of reference I can give you guys. Number one is this low, right? This low was the previous monthly low. Now let me go to the monthly time frame. and you could see, right? What do you see in price? You could see that we have a bullish candle. We had last this is December, sorry, last 2 months was a bullish candle. Then November, you could see how price opened. Where the price went straight to previous monthly low, area of imbalance. As price rated that low, in fact, I think I'm giving too much sauce, and price is rejecting to the upside. So if you're trading structure purely, and this is why I said, if you trade structure purely, you need to be able to add time-based liquidity. Time-based liquidity, because you have to understand that the price is, we have the time. This is the time, right? On the it's more of like physics, right? This is the time, this is the time, and this is price, right? So sorry, let me indicate it. So this is time. You could see all these toolbars right here. This is the time, particular date, start of the month, start of the week, start of the day, time. Why this is price. So price is all about time and price. So meaning that if you are trading structure, the market structure, structure is king, but still you have to, I think I've given something, too much sauce here. You have to always add time-based liquidity. And liquidity are not trend line liquidity, no, 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 no. Time-based liquidity, um previous monthly highs and lows are area of liquidity because they are time-based liquidity. Previous daily highs and low, previous weekly highs and low. Okay, so those areas what time-based liquidity that you can, use, right, to know, if you put it together with structure to understand where price is likely to go next and where price is, likely to reverse from. So that is just a source there which you can work on. So after the break of structure, we expect a pullback, which basically for me, I was not expecting more of a pullback. I was expecting it as for price to create a new high. But again, expect a pullback. So how do we know the pullback has started? You could see we had 4-hour change of character here, which means now we are internal structure, which means swing structure is bearish. Internal structure is still bearish too because this is the last high that created this low that puts this low, right? So we have this change of character, and you could see that we started bullish, right? Now after that, we had a shift of internal structure. What is price telling us? Telling us that internal structure, has switched bullish, and yeah, we could start playing the start following internal structure range, right? So as you can see, we had the internal structure higher as the highest point. So all these are just substructure, meaning these are just structure inside the internal structure. So you have to pay attention to structure. It's very, very important. Structure is king. So so as you can see, since I'm bullish, so after we took out this eye, again I was expecting a pullback, but then this was, you could see price, we had this substructure high, substructure low, we have this substructure high, and then price came lower. So again, structure liquidity, price rated what? Structure liquidity, and be what I expecting price to put in a new high. Now I had other confluences that allow me to know that okay, this low, there's a full reversal at this low, and we are continuing to what make a new high, right? Or else we could, just react to this and continue lower, probably create a deep pullback into a range, or then before we continue bullish, which for us to continue bullish again, we have to wait for another shift of substructure, which is like a 4-hour chop, to continue to what make another internal structure high, right? So since I understand that the way the month open price, there's no reason for price to raise this low again. So I was like, okay, this is the target, meaning price wants to create a new internal structure. Alright, so that was how I was positioning myself for the buy. So yesterday, right, you could see yesterday. Let me So this was yesterday, right? You could see we had the accumulation, the manipulation, and the break of structure entry buys, right? Basically, for me, if I was in this trade, the way I target my trade, I think I'll have taken um huge volume. In fact, if I was in this trade, I would just be holding to this. No, I will be taking a huge volume around this year, like this. But I will not even bother to enter this trade because except I miss this, I will try to scale in on this trade, which I tried to scale in, but I didn't get an entry based on my confirmation entry. I think I'm giving too much sauce in terms of my trading plan. So yesterday we had, this manipulation took out the swing low. We had the break of structure. I saw this as a liquidity. And price open exactly 2 o'clock. We had the spike, right? But I was not on the chart, so yeah, that was a true trade. So since I understand that we are going to rate this high because this is the swing high, this is the swing low, and we are going to rate this high. So an internal structure is now bullish, so I have to follow the internal structure since the swing structure, the target has not been met. So you could see that after we had this low high, right? Low, then we had this high, right? Then we created this low, this high, we had accumulation, manipulation, reading this low, right? After that, I was waiting for a break of structure. So we had that, a break of structure, and I was expecting price to come back to my point of interest to look for buys, which, NAS, price didn't come back. So it is what it is. I'm actually done for the day. Means it's a mystery that I accept it. December, my expectations are very, very low in terms of the trades I take and everything. So I'm just chilling. So yeah, hopefully price is going to just keep buying, right? Yeah, so what is my expectation for price? The thing is, if let's go back to 4 hour because 4 hour is the sweet spot for me to analyze the chart. So this is 4 hour time frame. Let me declare this. Declare this. So since my expectation is we're still bullish right now, the internal structure, this is the internal structure. Let me zoom out because you guys might not really understand what I'm saying. Like, look, this is the swing structure high, this is the swing structure low, and this is the swing structure high. Everything inside this price action is internal structure. Now, inside that internal structure, we have what we call substructure too. So meaning this, let me give an example. This is an internal structure low. This is internal structure high. This is internal structure low. And this is internal structure high. Right? So this is the last structure low, high, a low. Now internal structure we are bullish because now we have a break. Everything inside the internal structure is substructure. So we have the swing, internal structure, and substructure. So in this case, since the internal structure has now aligned bullish, right? I would be expecting um buys, like continuation of buys, right? So we'll be expecting price to raise this high. Now once price raises this high, this becomes an internal structure low. And again, NAS is very funny, right? We could just raise this high and continue buying, 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 buying. But at the same time, we could raise this high, right? And price again should need what? Liquidity. What is that liquidity again? Structure low. So my price might come lower to take this, internal structure low and continue buying more. But NAS is very funny, meaning that it's not like currency pair, right? Currency pair tends to do those kind of things because I don't know, it's kind of like it has like a lot of if there's a lot of inefficiency, price tends to balance very, very well. But if you are trading indices like NAS, gold, they don't have time to come back. So price might just continue buying. But still, I'm going to position myself to catch the buys if it's any opportunity presents, during the week. But if it doesn't, but this is a kind of my expectation, right? For price coming to sweep this internal low, if price eventually raises this high, and then you follow through. So that's my analysis on NAS. So there's no much things to do. Let me check gold. Um, so gold last week, I remember that I was expecting price to create a new low, but price fails to create that new low, and price rated this high. So now I'm kind of bullish. Like I am bullish on gold, but again, after a break of structure, which is internal structure high, right? Because if I zoom out to understand the swing point, this is the swing point, right? Let me zoom out closely. So this is the swing range. This is just internal structures, right? This is the swing range. For me to call this is swing structure. This is the swing structure, but we haven't putting in a new high. So this is the last break of structure, right? And all these are just internal structure. So again, where's my expectation, right? Since we've put in a new high, it means it's likely for price to create a new high, go to create another all-time high. So in that case, we don't want to be, forcing going against the trend. So we are bullish. So if I look at price, we have this demand, right? We have this whole area, right? So basically, we had this break of structure and we've had this pullback. So for me to start looking for, bullish continuation, I need to see, you know, a shift of structure on 4 hour substructure. And then I understand that, okay, now it's time for us to continue bullish and we want to follow through. But for now, we are bullish. But the structure, this pullback is happening. So for I'm just chilling out on gold because I haven't really read price, so like that much. So I'm bullish on gold, but let's see what price wants to do. Let's check GU before. Okay, so this is GPUSD. And right now, GU is very, very funny. So forget this week is because this is GBPUSD futures. This week is from this week. I think is when last week when CME was having data issue or something. So I'm going to analyze with the normal GU charts so that it doesn't confuse you guys. Okay, so this is normal GBPUSD chart, and as you can see, we are overall we've been bearish, right? We've been bearish. Let me take this. Let me clear this. We've been bearish. And internal structure recently, we had a break of structure to the upside. But again, you can see we've broken structure to the downside again. So in this point, I am kind of like, let me, again, I haven't really analyzed much on GU, right? So yeah, good. So we have the swing low. All these are just substructure yeah, internal structure, and then we had this I. So okay, again, wow, that's good. So I'm just even seeing this. So now we've had price sweeping this I. We've had another sweep to the downside. First of all, if you zoom in, we are bearish on GU, right? And we had a bullish change of character, then we had more shifts. We had this as liquidity grab and price continue bullish, and again we've had another um internal shift to the downside. So it's my expectation. It's two things. It depends on our price. We could have price. This shift of structure after this break of structure. Having this shift. Pull back to probably this area for us to continue by, and price could just continue bullish there. Let's go to 4 hour. Let's go to 4 hour. Let's see. Ooh. Okay, so we had this as. Let me mark this out. So we have this as internal structure high, low, high. This is more of like a substructure shift. So yeah, we have a substructure shift. So meaning that price could, you know, we are kind of still bullish short term, and price could, still come lower, either into this area related to that demand that dropped on a daily. But for now, we are still bearish, like still kind of bearish. So we could have, price do something like this, shift bullish, and then we start following up. But even if we follow up with the bullish move, price is actually at a strong area, like on the daily time frame. If you look at the zone, right, price is in a strong area. If you could notice, we had what mitigations, mitigation, mitigation. So this is more of like this whole range, right? And as you can see, price has even tapped into the range. So you could actually see continuation to the downside. But this is where we have to be very careful based on structure. So, wow, wow, wow. We could actually continue seeing short to the downside. So for me until the only thing that's gonna make me, want to go long is if I see a shift like this. But for now, I'm just gonna continue following the bearish move. So in that way, I'll just be selling, because there's no point in trying to fight against the trend. But before I can, switch to buys, is probably maybe price rate is low or came into an area of demand and we have a shift like this on 4 hour. Then I could, play it conservatively. But till then, I am bearish on GBPUSD. So yeah, that's that. So I hope you guys have a great week. Um, I'm planning to make a video for you guys during the week, a very educative video. Uh, you can, help what you want me to talk about in the comment section. You can just put a comment, right, in the comment section what you want me to talk about, and I will talk about it. I'm also looking for ideas for you guys. And so yeah, that's good. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.